Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls,
Does your
the
pan smell like
captain.
cheese too?
What? The captain is in the building. That's right, boys and girls. I got my skipper right there. What's up, skipper?
It is your birthday.
Period. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here back inside the Wrestling Paradox podcast. That is right. And tonight, like I said, it's every week. I just can't do NXT anymore. AEW's winning nonstop. They're killing the ratings. Even though last week's show was, this week's show gets a thumbs up from me. Except for that Miro segment. I'm getting tired of the games from these guys.
If you didn't know who that guy he was talking to, you wouldn't have gotten it.
No, I did not get it at all. I did not. I know he's a world record holder for something.
I think he's for Pac-Man.
Cool.
Yeah.
Like, that's cool.
Well, it plays off their whole Twitch and gaming thing.
I get it, but I don't get it. I don't know. I don't understand it. But tonight we're starting with a good match, and that's what counts. Because when you start with a good match, you're going to have a good show. And starting tonight, we get the absolute Ricky Starks versus Darby Allin. And let me tell you something. This was a very good match. I did not like the walking. The one thing I had to say negative about this match is when Ricky Starks walked out with the body bag with Darby's face painted on it. Bring that to the ring. Have that some more play in the match. That's where I would have went with that. But to just throw it down as soon as you walk out with it,
I thought it was Thunder Rosa's kid on the bag.
Imagine Thunder Rosa and Darby Allin have a child just comes out with face paint on his face.
Yeah, it's a Mexican ghost kid.
Spit out my water. So I don't know. I thought it was a good match. There were some really good spots to this match. The suplex on the apron was always good. And then to get Brian Cage involved and then to have Powerhouse Will Hobbs come in, or Willpower Will Hobbs, what are they calling him? I think Powerhouse Will Hobbs sounds way better. To have him come down and interfere. They get that play with Cage and Hobbs going in the future. Because those are two big guys that I think are going to mesh really well. You don't like them?
I didn't like how they both came out in shirt and jeans.
You mean no shirt and jeans?
Yeah, no shirt and jeans, yeah. Okay. You should have had just Cage come out first with no shirt and jeans, and Hobbs come out in like a tank top or something like that.
They remind me of Bill Goldberg and Stone Cold back in the day, both bald, both muscular, one's short, one's a little taller. They're trying to play off each other.
Yeah, it's just this one's black, one's white.
One's got big teeth. One has weird sideburns.
But also, it's Will Hobbs is a big guy. Don't get me wrong; he's a big guy, but he's it's not like Brian Cage big.
Nah, and Hobbs is still green in the ring.
No, he looks black to me.
No, green. You know what I mean? Joe Green.
Got you.
The Jets just got another flag.
Because Will Austin's probably watching the match.
Probably. Will, where you at, Will?
He's at MGK's funeral.
I'm gonna pull the Rock right now and call Will right now. Hey, Will, I'm in front of 30,000 people. They're chanting your name. Jets suck. Jets suck.
Come look at our WAP.
Our WAP, white people. Anyway, so what do you think of this match, man? Because I actually liked it. I thought it was a really good match.
I liked it too, but I would have liked it better if Taz was came out with Ricky Starks and wasn't on commentary.
Yeah.
That was my note. They could have had somebody else come out and do commentary. But I don't know, man.
What's getting you? Is it a Darby or is it Ricky?
I think it's both. It was a good match. Darby Allin tries doing too much.
Yeah, he does a lot of that shit around he's very jumpy around the ring, and I feel like that's all he has.
Oh, and that promo that he had his guy do before, like throwing the person in the body bag down the skate ramp.
Yeah, was that supposed to be Darby in that?
Yeah, I don't know, but didn't that guy remind you of the Unforgivable guy from YouTube?
What?
You don't remember
That's
Unforgivable?
Where he got that? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
But didn't he look like him?
a little. I mean, I didn't. That's not who came to my mind.
Like, I took this girl to the Silver Bowl in the mall. I was like, give me
I
all your
thought more.
money.
I thought more of Rich Swan when I saw him. um,
I don't play
what?
video games. Bitch, you ain't no nerd.
These two, I think this was the best rivalry for Ricky Starks to come into. I think Ricky Starks and Darby Allin played really well off each other, and Ricky Starks coming into AEW from NWA Power. I think that was a good move for them to put him in this rivalry because they knew this was something you could run for a while, and they're doing a very good job at it.
I actually wouldn't mind him. Maybe jump off of Darby Allin and go to MJF and have Ricky Starks MJF feud.
What they're almost the same person, just like
That's what I'm
better
saying.
than yeah. Maybe
You
more
know,
of a tag
have
team
like
for them would have been better.
no, have them say like, "Oh no, I'm the top dog in this company." No, but when they're really not, like fight for the top dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I get you. But there was a very good spear by Ricky Starks when Darby came off the second rope. It was a pretty good spear. I liked it. Ricky does have some good moves in his arsenal, and I'm very excited to see Ricky in the future. And
He's just fucking ugly. He's just fucking ugly. There's something about
dude,
him,
when he
man.
does the whole
Yeah. Like I can't get past. He looks like the I like turtles kid.
dude, you are stuck on that.
Especially when he put Darby's face paint on. He's like, I like turtles.
No, man. Don't talk about him like that. I really want him on the show one day.
Gosh.
So anyway, do you think the coffin drop should be a finishing move? It looked weak last night to end the match. It was a very dead way to end the match. It was very slow. It just like 1, 2, 3.
I mean, what other finishing move does Darby Allin have?
I don't know. Do a fucking 450 splash. Do something.
Yeah, I mean, I think he did it because he was working over Ricky Starks' back, and I think that's the reason why it ended like that.
No, I get that. I get that 100%. But overall, the coffin drop just isn't something that would be like, it's almost as bad as the Wastelands or the boom drop. Like
I think
moves like that.
I think his other finisher is kind of like the not the blockbuster, the sliced bread, where he does like he has you up in a stunner and he does a backflip, kind of like was it the Selena del Sol.
Oh
That,
yeah, Selena. So, dude,
yeah,
you remember when he did that on
the ladder.
on the ladder? Who did he do it to? I forgot who he did it to, but yeah, he did that. Selena. I think it was Jay Uso who took that move, or Jimmy. I think it was one of the Usos who took that move.
Yeah, they all look the same to me.
But anyway, oh wait, are you wearing your Nash Diner shirt?
I
love it. I love it. It's such a beauty. I brought out the good old brotherhood crossing out Elvis Presley. I mean Cody Rhodes. We'll get to that in a little bit here shortly.
Fucking Kendall.
Dude, he looked horrible. Anyway, hey, we can move right into that. But first of all, on the Thrasher ranking, because our boy Botavian loves the Thrasher rankings in the household.
And Will Austin.
Yeah, Will Austin loves the Thrasher household rankings. Where does Darby versus Ricky opening up the show rank inside the Thrasher household?
I mean, with some hiccups, like I said, but the Hobbs and Cage coming out both shirtless, I think. I mean, that just made Hobbs. It makes Hobbs look good, but it makes Cage look bad. I'll give it a 3.5.
3.5 stars. Nice, nice. Man, you're getting as good as Dave Meltzer on these things.
Yeah,
Watch out, Ryback might wish you might die soon. Did
he
you
might
hear about Ryback?
He might sue me like he's gonna sue Ezekiel Elliott. So I'm not gonna say anything to him.
Dude. Oh, okay. Hold on. I know we don't talk about WWE a lot, but did you hear about Randy Orton's tattoo artist?
Something about the video game?
So the video game is making money off of Randy Orton's tattoos, obviously, because they're a trademark for Randy Orton. But apparently all that stuff is free-handed by his tattoo artist, who is a female up in Rochester, New York.
Mm-hmm.
She was offered $450 by the WWE for likeness rights of the tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, fuck you, stick it, I'm going to sue you. So does she have a leg to stand on with that?
I mean, if If she's one-legged, then no.
She's a no arm tattoo artist.
Right. She has one leg. Her name's Eileen.
She works at IHOP.
I mean, I think she does because it's kind of like us with our beautiful logo.
Yeah, you use my logo, I'm fucking you up. You know.
Right. You know, if she had it, it sold to, you know, she sold it to Randy Orton or did it on Randy Orton and like uses it on her like Instagram or something like that, it has a watermark on it. Anything that has a watermark on it, I mean, it's technically that person's, you know.
Chris, quick, throw water on her logo. No, you got to throw the salt over your left shoulder. Kick his ass, Seabass.
All right, who did it? Do you remember what Seabass's hat said?
No, what did it say?
It said wine 'em, dine 'em, 69 'em.
Did it really? I want that hat. I want that on the shirt. So anyway, so we move into the in-ring promo with Dasha. Was it Dasha?
Dasha, yeah.
And Cody. And Cody is back and he's playing and he's cosplaying like Elvis. He's cosplaying Elvis Presley right now. Not Elvis Duran, Elvis Presley. So Cody looks about as goofy as he talks. And then he talks about getting his chance in Hollywood, saying, "Oh, nobody wants that 313 number, but everybody wants nobody wants to admit it, but they all want it. The 313 Hollywood area code number." He goes and does a show, and then he talks about the champs that have been holding down the show since he's been gone. The guy's been gone for 5 weeks. He hasn't been gone for 6 months. He hasn't been gone for 3 months. He hasn't been gone for a year. He's been gone 5 fucking dude. I liked Cody getting off TV. I would have popped harder for Cody if he came back in 3 months. But 5 weeks, you're not giving me time to miss you.
That's what I said last week on the show that hasn't aired yet.
It's in the archives.
That's what I said last week. He should have came back at the pay-per-view. He should have cost Brody Lee the title and then brought in the dog collar match.
Yeah.
Or bowler up match.
He said Dasha asked him, are you going to answer the challenge? He goes, no, I will not, or says no and then just walks away. And then he storms back in the ring like the little Ken doll that he is. And he goes, no regrets, no whatever. And,
no remorse,
whatever. And then he says, I accept the challenge, blah, blah, blah. So out comes Brody Lee with the Dark Order and a bunch of producers and wrestlers from the crowd, and they all separate them. So this is where it becomes a shit show because I don't know if you kept up with it.
Yeah, I did.
It becomes a shit show because you have – who do you have getting involved? You have all of Dark Order. You have Billy Gunn and his kids getting involved. You have
Griff Garrison, Jerry Lynn. And
then out of nowhere, Nyla Rose attacks somebody. I forget who. That's all.
Kelly Klein or
something like that.
Yeah.
Nyla Rose. Why is Nyla Rose getting involved in this storyline?
How about you missed one thing. Brandy Rhodes.
Oh, no, I didn't miss it. I just didn't want to talk about it because it looked like goddamn dog shit.
I felt so bad because she didn't set at the top rope. Like she just got up there and just jumped.
Yeah,
like,
she didn't do it. I don't get it. And then everybody had to like force fall.
Well, yeah, only 2 people fell.
Brody Lee walked away. He's like, "What is this shit?"
And the guardrail like fell and it pulled up the mat. I'm like, "Oh, brother, this is getting bad."
It became a shit show. As much as I will say, to love AEW, it became a shit show.
Well, I will say though, the Cody promo I did like. I like the Cody promo.
Did you really?
Not the whole Hollywood thing, but I like it how he stopped, came back, blah blah blah. I did.
You like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But how awesome was it to see Cody and Brody Lee like get in an altercation wearing those sweet ass fucking suits?
Well, I like Brody's suit. I love that green suit. It's a very nice suit.
I like that purple and black, the black on purple that Cody wears.
I wish more people played the Ric Flair gimmick and don't ever wear the same suit twice.
Mm-hmm.
If Brody put that suit in a closet and never wore it again on TV, I'd be okay with it. I did like the suit the first time I saw it. The second time I saw it, I was like, okay. I think he should be more wearing black suits because of the Dark Order thing. I think he would look better just having that reputation of always wearing a black suit. But if you're going to wear an off-color suit, don't wear it twice. Ric Flair never wore the same robe twice.
Well, actually, I think the roles should be reversed. Maybe not Cody not wear that plaid, but I think Brody Lee should be wearing the black on purple since that's the colors of the Dark Order.
Yeah.
Or maybe this is a subliminal sign.
Cody's joining Dark Order.
And I called it about a month ago too. I was like, maybe he turns on the American Family, the American Nightmare Family.
Cody's in the back, like, yeah, Dark Order. The fat guy said it. The fat guy said Dark Order. That's where I should go.
He dyes his hair black. He's wearing the Dark Order colors. He kicks Colt out and puts Cody. Set up for War Games.
Cool. What if Cody doesn't show at War Games? And then they're looking for Cody. They think they're wrestling Alex Angel or something like that. Or they have – remember who was the one wrestler? It was supposed to be Brandon Cutler, that he wore all black all the way through and just a mask. And then Cody halfway through just takes off the mask and he shows in his Dark Order.
Well, I mean, Brandon Cutler compared to Cody, size-wise, you're going to tell the difference.
Okay, but I'm not saying Brandon Cutler, but I'm saying, though, like that way of doing it. Goddamn, don't take me so goddamn literal, Chris. Shit.
Don't yell at me. I'm like a scolded dog now.
Anyway, hey, don't forget to follow us. Make sure you guys swallow us on YouTube and Twitter. Wrestling Paradox Podcast right here on YouTube. You obviously are watching the show, so that means you know where to follow. Don't forget to swallow us on Twitter at Paradox. And then also don't forget October 24th, CCW FL on Twitter is representing in Nashville. Hardcore Halloween Heaven, I believe it's called. We're having the Alex Ocean versus Sabu, and many of your other favorites are going to be there. You got nothing to add?
I do not partake.
Yeah, unfortunately, due to work circumstances, Chris will not be there. But your boy, the captain, is in the house. Flights to tickets and hotels have been booked. You know, they offered us press passes, and I obviously accepted them, which I got the text tonight, which was very nice of them. But they told me, you don't have to buy tickets for press passes, but I'm still buying tickets because I want to support the show. And they gave me the numbers at the gate already. They're expecting 250 people already have bought tickets. So it's gonna be a very good show. Don't worry, you're gonna be there in spirit, and we're gonna make sure you phone in during some interviews because I know your boy Will Austin has a few things to say to you. But the first thing he's gonna say is JETS suck.
I'm just gonna tell him that on my FanDuel last week I had the Colts defense. So.
He knows. I stay in contact with Will Austin. He doesn't like me on Sunday football.
Because the Colts got me 28 points on FanDuel.
Beautiful. So in the Thrasher household, where does this promo and the altercation? I think we should rank them separately. Where's the promo rank for you?
I think the promo is a good 3.5, just like the first match.
And where does the altercation rank for you? Because that's a fucking half a star for me with everything that went on.
Wow. It's not even a half a star. It's a dud.
Dude, the Brandy front flip, the Nia Jax getting involved for whatever reason.
Well, Nia Jax can't get involved.
Why is that?
Because she's on Raw.
Oh,
Nyla Rose got involved.
I'm sorry. So, hey, tonight we didn't get to see the new Midnight Express. It's very surprising. No Janela Tits and Sonny Kiss on there. I respect Sonny Kiss. Everything that he does in the ring. I respect everything he does in the ring with Sonny Kiss. I think he's revolutionizing a new path in wrestling. But Nutella Tits, I hate him.
You're just jealous.
Of what?
His girlfriends.
Okay, you got me there. So we move on next to Schiavone.
I'm telling you, he's got to have a huge cock.
Or it's beer flavored. I don't know.
Right. I think it's White Claw flavored.
Probably. Can you say his name for me one time? Schiavone.
Tony Schiavone.
Schiavone. I forget his real name is Schiavone sometimes.
His actual real name is Anthony Michael Schiavone, I believe.
Schiavone.
No, it might be Michael Anthony. Yeah, it's Michael Anthony Schiavone, I think.
I thought you were going to say Anthony Michael Hall. um so anyway, so we move into a promo with FTR and Tully backstage with Schiavone, and FTR says how they are the pinnacle of wrestling and best friends are just some mud show backyard wrestlers.
Oh, sorry, it's Noah Anthony Schiavone.
Wow, Samsonite. Yes. You were way off.
I know.
So anyway, so best friends are the Mud Show guys, and they did the best friends a favor last week by not giving them the 20-minute brush with greatness. They bring up Dave Meltzer and all his stars, and then out of nowhere, Bucks kick Tony Schiavone out of the camera, and the way he fell, Jesus fucking Christ!
Well, he didn't kick him. They didn't kick him.
They didn't. I mean, I know they probably didn't, but the way he fell just was like.
Well, if you remember, like in the mid-'90s, I think it was 95, 96, whenever they brought Larry Sabisco, Bobby Heenan, Steve Monko, Michael, and Mike Tenay on color commentary on Nitro, Schiavone had neck surgery. And that's why you never see him get physical. You always see him like run out of the ring anytime a scuffle happens or anything like that. But if you slow the kick down, or like I saw a picture of it, Matt's foot was like that far away from Tony's face, and he just threw himself backwards like, whoo.
I thought it was because he was a shitty barista.
No, you don't talk about my favorite barista like that.
So the Bucks kick Tony Schiavone, and FTR asked him, "Why didn't you kick us? Right here, pal." Right
why do you kick the fat old guy?
Yeah, you don't kick up. And it's honestly becoming a comedy because I feel like it's just making the Bucks look weak. Like, why are you going after people who can't wrestle? Can you give me some insight on that? Why that's happening?
I think getting a AEW Bullet Club.
Yeah, I think but you're not gonna. Why aren't you kicking people who can fight?
I think you're because if you remember the Bullet Club, they wreaked havoc on everybody. In ROH, security guards, referees, backstage interview talent, anything like that. Because it's the next match when Hangman's on commentary. Excalibur goes, yeah, Kenny Omega made a very good point that he wants to be singles only, and Hangman goes, well. I just saw a tweet message. It made me laugh.
Was it Lana's tits?
No, it was from somebody that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, we're not doing this live. I don't think so. No one's watching this yet. Is it Will Austin talking about his Jets?
No.
Well, before we get into that, because I want to get on Adam Page on commentary because it was a fucking dud. The guy sucked on commentary. He didn't talk for about 20 minutes of the match, which is pretty much.
Well, he was playing the drunk card.
Yeah, because that worked great for Scott Hall and WCW. So SCU does an interview backstage saying they're going to be the champs guaranteed. They're playing chess while everybody else playing checkers or whatever. And then before they walk through the tunnel, Shawn Spears is standing there. And he just looks at him and goes, good luck. And then that's it. And then SC Music's hit. So I still think the tie between Tully and Shawn is going to lead to the tie of Tully and FTR.
Terrible move, though.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it at all. But we'll see what happens. Is he still walking around with that loaded glove? Because we weren't supposed to know it's a loaded glove, but Excalibur told us so.
I just don't like. I never liked him in WWE as Ty Dillinger. I don't like him now.
What are you talking about? When we went to NXT, you were chanting his name. I fucking heard you.
No. That was not me, sir. That was
you.
Me.
That was you.
Not me.
I heard you. I love you, Ty. You're the best. 10, 10, 10. That was you. I heard you.
And you
Drunk.
secretly love Joey Janela. I heard you at Pancakes and Pile Drivers.
Fuck no, dude. Chop my cock off like I'm Val Venus. No, sir.
Choppy pee pee.
Choppy baby. So anyway, we move into this next match with Adam Page on commentary, and this is a 20-minute brush with greatness. If they don't get pinned or submitted within 20 minutes, then FTR keeps the belts. So I do like Sky, and this is all I'm gonna say about this match. I do like Scorpio Sky a lot, but if you know you're gonna lose this match, give us Christopher Daniels and Frankie Kazarian. There's no reason for Sky to take the pin.
Nah, it doesn't make it meaningful because they're wrestling the first tag team champions versus. So it doesn't make it meaningful, basically.
I want to see more of CD, man. I miss CD in the ring.
I think he's retiring soon.
Do you?
Yeah.
Him and Jericho should do it together because Jericho is just moving slower than molasses.
Well, let's get back to what I was saying with
Go ahead.
Excalibur was saying that, Cody made it. I mean, Omega made it a great point last week that he's a singles competitor now. And Hangman goes, yeah, well, how many matches has he had and how many matches has he won?
Good point.
So I think that's what you get. You're gonna get a evil AEW Bullet Club.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take it. I mean, it's just another fucking shirt they could put on their website. Honestly, I mean, anytime, John Silver farts and they're like, "Oh, it's a shirt."
Yeah, but I sent you the link for being the Elite this week, and John Silver on there is the funniest fucking person ever.
Dude, he's awesome.
The one scene when they do the Dark Order scene and they're singing Cody's fucking theme song. Brody Lee comes in and he goes, Silver, what the fuck are you doing? He's like, well, we're singing your new theme song. And they all look at him and he starts doing like the Cody, no. Brody Lee is the greatest. And Brody's like, yeah, I love it. I fucking love it. Yeah.
Dude, I think we can get John Silver on this show.
I have to get him a booster chair.
But I think we can get him.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna have to get him a booster chair. Maybe strap him in so he doesn't fall out of the chair because it's gonna be.
Don't
really
talk shit, man. Don't talk shit. His little arms will come at you.
I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
Shut up, Chip. But no, I thought this was a good match. They found a way to get a CD taken out the side of the ring, ringside. You had Cash pretend to get hung up. And when I saw Dax walking to the other side of the ring and kind of distracting the ref, my eyes were not on Cash and Christopher Daniels, just like the refs. My eyes were on Dax. And I was like, what the fuck is he doing? And all of a sudden I see him hit the ground and I'm like, yo, what? And then I realized, they're playing the move again. Mm-hmm. The ref was just like, you did it? You want to go? You want to go? You know what? You're out. And I was like, why are you taking so long to throw him out? Like, refs always explain it to someone before they throw him out. It's funny as shit. So it was – I thought it was a good match. I liked it. A couple spots, they got hung up with each other a little bit. I feel like timing was a little off on certain things. Mm-hmm. Kazarian's getting older with age, and you can see a Scorpio Sky is really taking Scorpio Sky is really taking over for SCU and becoming the new and up-and-comer. And essentially what it's going to come down to is he's going to have one of them managing Scorpio Sky in his singles run. Right. I think we're going to probably see not Kazarian. I think we're going to see Christopher Daniels kind of disappear a little bit, and Kazarian's kind of just be like a manager to Sky. So, I don't know. We'll see.
I still wouldn't mind seeing a King of the Ring tournament in AEW.
Well, is that what they're kind of having right now for the number one contender? Because they brought that up at the end of the match, and Adam Page threw a temper tantrum. Well, not a temper tantrum. He almost started to cry because everybody's in their fucking feelings in this show. I've never seen so many wrestlers be in their feelings and get offended at things. When they announced that Jungle Boy.
You must not watch Monday Night Raw.
What? Why? What's going on Monday Night Raw?
I mean, they just do the same thing. It's just behind the scenes and not on TV.
Well, all right. Behind the scenes is different. If I'm watching it on TV, I'm thinking right now in my mind, I'm thinking Adam Page is softest dog, baby shit. I'm thinking the Young Bucks are little kids running around throwing temper tantrums. Hey, Mike Tyson, you still with me over there?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right. Because they announced that there is a three. They announced the 3 people in the tournament for the number 1 contender, and that's kind of, I think, their King of the Ring move they're going with. And the first 3 people they announced is Ray Phoenix, Jungle Boy, and Kenny Omega. And then Page looked like he wanted to cry. He was like, "A what?
Right.
Kenny Omega's in it?" And he walks away, starts crying, and walks away.
Right.
Page was slowly becoming one of my favorite wrestlers, and then now they gave him emotion, and it's like, why is he emotional? He should be a badass fucking biker, drinker dude, and you have him getting upset because his partner doesn't want to tag with him no more.
Yeah, I think you see someone debut at Full Gear.
Yeah, definitely.
I think you see someone debut, and I think they're going to side with the Cleaner. I think the Cleaner comes back. The Cleaner sides with the Bucks, and they become the evil Bullet Club. But I think someone comes back and joins that evil Bullet Club.
So here's my thing. First things first, I have to ask.
Oh, that could be MJF.
Could be. Why does AEW fans, marks, whenever somebody is released from WWE, they always go, "Oh, get him to AEW, sign him." I don't get that part. I don't understand why they want everybody from WWE and AEW.
Matt Cardona's not with them anymore.
Matt Cardona's done with AEW. He's done his 4 appearances. He's out.
Yeah, his contract ran out at All Out.
Okay,
that's why he hasn't been on TV.
Okay, so he's gone. You still have Miro there. You still have Brody Lee when he got released. Everyone wanted him signed. Maybe Eric Rowan. Redbeard.
Yeah, I mean, but where would he fit in though?
Dyes his beard black and becomes Dark Order.
No, that would be too obvious. And then they would have too many people in there.
Well, they're becoming NWO. They already have too many people in there.
Right.
So imagine having Eric Rowan and Brody Lee win the tag titles, and then he holds the TNT and the tag titles. No, Cody, do not do it. Cody, do not. I'm begging you, please don't do it. Just let it live in my fantasy memories. Do not do it.
I don't want them to be a tag team because then all I'm going to think about is the Bludgeon Brothers.
Well, that's what people want. Every time someone gets released from AEW or from WWE, they want them in AEW.
I don't want the Bludgeon Brothers back together. So bad. They had fucking hammers and like Thor.
Yeah, it was
so bad.
So the end of the match comes, you get FTR winning.
With a Tully ending.
Yeah, with a Tully ending. Well, you get Cash rolling to the outside, Scorpio Sky suplexes him in, and then Cash rolls to the other side, and then Scorpio Sky goes to suplex him in again, but he kind of falls awkwardly with Cash falling on top of him because Tully tripped him, and Tully holds down his foot, and then Tully falls to the bottom, and then that's the 1, 2, 3. Where in the Thrasher household does this rank as a match for you?
I think it's 3 3/4.
3 3/4. What was missing for that last quarter?
Yeah, like you said, I think it was just some sloppy spots.
Okay.
But I mean, I really like the interaction that Scorpio Sky had with FTR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So, yeah, I didn't like Paige on commentary, and I don't like the Scott Hall thing that they're doing with him to make him the drunk.
Oh, I love it.
The show. Of course you love it. You love stupid shit like that.
Sure.
So look at your shirt.
You're coming from a Packers fan, so.
Hey, where's your team again? 1 and 2, right?
No, we're 3-0, baby.
Who's 3-0?
3-0, baby.
No. I'm talking about NFL.
3-0. 3-0.
I put 50. I put 50 on the line. The line is 4 points right now. I bought a point to make it 5 points for $5, and then I put 50 on the over. The
For
over
what
is like
game? What game?
Clemson UM.
The last time I checked, it was 13.5.
From my bookie, it was 4.
You got robbed.
That's all right. I have a feeling UM's winning this game outright.
Oh yeah, I said that yesterday.
Yeah, UM's winning this game outright.
Mhm.
So we'll see what happens. But
Let's
I
see
bought
if
the extra
Cody
point at
alters
5.
that. Let's see if Cody alters that. Yeah.
Dude, the way he said Snoop Dogg, you're like, Snoop Dogg. So, anyway, the 9 o'clock hour is coming up, and it opens.
It's like he had Jolly Ranchers in his mouth, like the two green apple Jolly Ranchers in his mouth. He's like, Snoop Dogg.
Whoever writes this guy's promos needs to cut out the S's.
It makes no sense to me when Snoop Dogg was sitting 2 seats down from me.
And then my tooth came untied.
I had to get FIFA for Sally done by Thor. And Rosario, and I love it how he says like everything perfect. He says Rosario Dawson.
Yeah. Dawson.
Like, I didn't know there was a TH in that.
Yeah, you know that?
Rosario Dawson.
So anyway, so we're moving to the 9 o'clock hour, and the 9 o'clock hour.
Can you imagine him and Brandy having sex?
God damn it! Can I get a sentence out?
And he's like, "Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, suck it harder, suck it harder."
Why do you sound more like Dusty than Cody?
They all have swollen tongues.
Dustin doesn't.
No, the only image I can't get, 2 images for Dustin that I can't get out of my head is when in like '98 they made him dress in drag.
Mm-hmm.
And then number 2 is when he got electrocuted by the boxes, and he just kept going booker. Like,
I like
exactly.
I was like 2002 Dustin.
He's like booker. We're gonna be tag champs.
All right, so this is a question I saw the other day. We'll skip the 9 o'clock. We won't skip it. We'll hold off on the 9 o'clock hour with Cassidy versus Jericho because I have a question for you.
Okay.
Better runs for 2 different people, and we'll start with Goldust since we're already talking about him. Was his run better early days WWE or AEW now? And
hands down.
Let me clarify. When I say WWE, I mean WWF, running with Terry Reynolds and feuding for the IC title and all that times that he had, and he was one of the biggest stars in WWF, or AEW Dustin doing Canadian Destroyers and wearing different colors and things like that.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the basketball, comparison with Jordan and LeBron. It was different wrestling back then. It was more like comic book storyline. I liked the run in like the 96, 97 with Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Razor Ramon.
Hanging with a bad bitch and Terry Reynolds. Like he was.
Yeah. I mean, he wrestled a Hollywood street fight with Roddy Piper.
Yeah. I think Dustin then was more over than he is now.
Yeah. But now he's a movie star because he's got movies in Walmart and it's in DVD.
That Brokeback Mountain movie that he has. Or he's a cowboy?
Cooper Hall or Cooper Bell or something
Cooper's
like
Hawk.
that.
Yeah. But no, yeah. So you think that Dustin's run back then was better?
Thank Redemption.
His brother loves that movie. Okay, so second person, Mox. Mox, when he was champ, when he won it at Money in the Bank, was that a better run than Mox now as AEW champ?
I'm having a deja vu because I think we talked about this last week on the show.
Did we? Well, it didn't get pronounced, so it's in the archives. And I'll tell everybody now why we didn't air that show. The AEW show was horrible, and we just couldn't think of anything positive to say about it. So instead of putting out a bad show about a bad AEW show, we'd rather just make everybody happy and just. This was a better show, so we're gonna. Yeah.
I think Mox now is having a better run.
Okay, who has he built a solid feud with?
This is deja vu. This is the same question that you asked me.
Who has he built a solid feud with in AEW?
I mean, I like the feud that he had with Jericho.
One feud. That's what
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna give me. One
Mm-hmm.
feud. Okay. The night that he won Money in the Bank, you had Roman Reigns walking in with the title. Then you had Seth winning, and then you had him cashing in on Seth.
Mm-hmm.
He won the Money in the Bank and cashed in the Money in the Bank on the same exact night. Right? He held down SmackDown Live for a year and a half as WWE champion, and there were
Mm-hmm.
good feuds all around with him. But what has he really done with the title with AEW?
He's defended it 19 times in 2020. That's with
Really?
him missing. Yeah, he was 18-0 ever since winning it in January, February.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's. It feels like he hasn't been on TV that much.
No, yeah, no, they
Deja
said
vu.
it. They said it. They said it on last night on TV that he's 18-0 in 2020, and I think he's what they say he was 16-0 since winning the title. This is before last night. So that means he's 19-0 and he's 17 title defenses with missing 3 weeks because of the COVID.
Sorry, Botavian just messaged us. But yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah,
Botavian
so,
said he loves Chris. He likes Chris more than he likes me.
wait, what's there not to like?
Yo, I have an angle. I have Vinicius in my corner. You have Botavian in your corner in a tag match. You two versus us two. I'll fucking bring out the belt and I'll bash you in the goddamn head with it.
That's fine. I mean, I've been taking notes from Alex Ocean, and I'm using syringes, skewers. I know how
from
to,
the great value CM Punk.
and I know how
I
to
love you,
build.
Alex. I'm just joking, man. I love you, man.
I know how to build a light tube guillotine to kill somebody with. So,
Yeah, they have a match coming up in Ocala. Maybe I can get you to go to that. Trunk or treat in Ocala.
I saw that. But that's where my son's birthday weekend. I can't go.
Oh, is it? Oh, that's a definite no.
Yeah.
Work. So anyway, so we move into the 9 o'clock hour. Let's get this rolling. Moving to 9 o'clock hour was Isaiah Cassidy versus Jericho. This is a perfect match because this is a big name superstar and a young talent. So you're gonna have eyes on the show. So you want to get those two together. Jericho comes out and you got the crowd rumbling. I felt like they were a little weak than previous weeks with the singing along of Judas, but one thing I didn't like with this is you basically just stopped the Sammy Guevara and Matt Hardy storyline. It's dead. It's no longer there because at any point the Sammy from 4 weeks ago before the big botch would have gone after Matt Hardy to ringside.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that's dead and gone. And then at the beginning of the match, you have Jericho trying to punk out Cassidy, and then Cassidy hits him from behind. And then Jericho sent into the crowd at some point and kind of gets into it with Luther. Now, what I never knew is Luther and Jericho actually worked together or grew up together in the Stu Hart dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know Luther was in the Stu Hart dungeon, which is a fucking blemish on the Stu Hart dungeon because Luther fucking sucks.
I mean, no, they just mentioned that he was in the dungeon. He could be like locked up, like I'd have Jim Cornette locked up in my basement. Or he could have been
Motherfucker.
he could have been the cleaning guy.
Could have. He might have been. He's
Doesn't
a
mean he was.
fucking weirdo, man. Did you know him and whatchamacallit?
Serpentico.
Serpentico, they're a tag team?
Yep.
Did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah.
What is up with WWE? Just like, hey, you and you.
WWE didn't do that. If they did that, then there'd be something wrong. AEW would.
What?
You said what's with WWE? Just saying you and you.
Sorry. What's up with AEW going you and you? Put it together. Two guys. Look, when I look at a tag team, there's a bar. And right now the bar is FTR. There are two guys.
No, that's Sheamus and Cesaro.
Shut up. That's two guys that I knew when I said the
are
bar.
the bar.
The bar. That was a great tag team, by the way.
It was.
You put two guys together, and they have to kind of. Are you putting the thumbs in butts?
You know what I watched when I was on lunch today? On Netflix. They just put it on Netflix, and I'm so stoked about it. Waiting.
The movie?
Yes.
What a great fucking movie. I've asked when I was a server at different restaurants, whenever people were rude to me, I've always asked them, hey, you ever seen the movie Waiting? No. Oh, okay.
Wait, but that's my favorite scene is when the lady's steak is when the lady's steak is undercooked and she's like, this isn't medium rare, and they're all standing there and they're like, it's your table, give the call, and they're all like this, and they're going, no.
Yo, have you seen Dane Cook in 2020?
He's going through a lot.
Fucking horrible.
Well, you heard what happened, right? Like, you remember mid 2000s, like he was the biggest thing, like the biggest draw in comedy. He was the Kevin Hart.
Dude,
he was Kevin Hart.
He was the white Kevin Hart.
His brother was his manager, and his brother stole all his money.
Really?
Yeah, it was like over like
that's kind of what you're doing to me with this show.
It was like $15 million and like almost left him bankrupt.
Holy shit! That's why he got fat and looked like he drinks all the time now.
Yeah, he went into a serious stage of depression, and that's why no one heard from him. He wasn't doing any interviews. He wasn't doing any shows or anything like that.
I guess he's coming back now to limelight because I saw a picture of him the other day, and he was just like, it's like this fat sack of shit with like a little soul patch.
And like his brother went like ghost, like took his money and just see ya,
peace.
You know, it was like, can you imagine? Like he did Madison Square Garden and it sold out.
Like, yeah. When he did that when he was on the circle. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now a little off topic. You know who Hobson is, right? The rapper, obviously. You're a rap fan, Hobson.
Yeah. You can. Can you tell?
No, but Chris likes hip hop. Believe it or not, Chris is a hip hop fan. Yeah. Hobson, he went through the same shit. His manager, Dame Dash, took everything.
Well, and I mean, look who it is. Dame Dash is something.
It's a piece of shit. But Hobson had to rebuild everything. The Rock. But no, Hobson had to rebuild everything. It really sucks when you're in that position. You trust someone with your money. What I'm going through right now. You know, Chris is making me go broke. My son's in fucking newspapers, can't even afford diapers anymore. As I have $2,000 worth of belts sitting on my wall.
That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say the same fucking thing. He's got $2,000 worth of belts, and he's probably got $700 worth of pops sitting right next to
him. Actually, hold on. Where's that? I got it for you. You want to see my baby? And this is when they were cool. I met them at SuperCon, and I asked him. I said, "Hey, can you sign a shirt for me?" And then they said, yeah, sure. And then I said, oh, can I get a picture? And the publicist next to him was, and I'll tell you who in a minute, publicist next to him was like, no, it costs $15. And they're like, hey, we don't work for Vince McMahon. Come over here. Let's take a picture. This is my baby right here. Signed by the Bucks. So that was kind of cool. Because I had it wrapped up in a Young Bucks t-shirt. And they're like, do you want us to sign that? And I was like, well, it costs extra. They're like, no, we don't work for that other company. I was like, nice. So... But anyway, so we move into the 9 o'clock hour. You have them too, Isaiah Cassidy, Jericho. We just got into that. Jericho ends up getting the win with the Judas effect. What were your thoughts on Isaiah Cassidy? Because me personally, I liked him as a singles wrestler there.
I could have done without this match.
Could you have?
Yep.
Did it do nothing for Isaiah Cassidy in your eyes?
No, it actually made him look weak, I think.
Did it really?
Yeah, and my note, it was towards the end of the match when he did that somersault stunner from the top rope where they actually had to redo it. If you notice, when he hit the stunner, he's sitting like kind of like off-centered from Jericho. Jericho had to pull him down to say, hey, go for the pin.
Yeah, I saw that too. I saw Isaiah Cassidy was like lean back, and then Jericho like grabbed him and leaned back with him.
Yes.
I saw that too.
And then they went and redid that same spot.
Isaiah's only 23 years old, man. He's still green in the ring. He's still young. But he didn't really botch a lot. And I've said this before about Private Party. When they're in the ring and they're doing their arsenal and they're doing their movesets, they're not doing wild, outlandish shit. They're doing what they know how to do, and they master that and they hone that craft. So I like Private Party. I want to kind of see them separate a little bit, but that, maybe you're right. Isaiah wasn't ready for that spot. Maybe Mark Quinn would have been.
Right.
You think Mark Quinn would have been a better spot there instead of Isaiah Cassidy?
Mm-hmm.
And I think AEW knows that, and that's why they put Isaiah Cassidy in that match to kind of get him out there a little bit.
I mean, look what Quinn did with Cody Rhodes. A very good match.
Mark Quinn was awesome. They just need to take that stupid outfit off them. I hate that fucking how the tuxedo look.
He looks like Chris Tucker from The Fifth Element.
Hey, what you mean? That's my worst Chris Tucker impression. Anyway, so moving to Thrasher household rating. Where does it rank?
2.5 stars. But I did like the way he landed the Judas effect, though.
That shit hit harder than a plane hitting the building.
Yeah. I mean, this match went over like a fart in church with me. So
yeah, pretty much. A fart in church. Moving to Miro and Sabian in a arcade. Didn't get it. Don't understand it. I understand you're trying to play off WWE, not allowing Twitch and all these other streams, but get off it, man. It's old. It's nothing cool anymore. They're botching Miro's fucking AEW appearances. The match last week was horrible for him.
Dude, did you see him on Twitter this week?
No. He
was ripping. Well, I don't think it was on Twitter. I think it was on Twitch. But he was ripping apart WWE Creative. He said that WWE's front office and creative held down Aiden English. They did not want him to go over.
Oh, I did see that. That was an interview or something I heard about. Yeah.
And that I read it today that creative wanted Rusev to have erectile dysfunction.
Solid.
I guess that's why the whole Bobby Lashley thing, and everything like that. They wanted him to play like if Lana say that Rusev had ED, and it's like. He's like, no, I'm not doing that. No,
that's stupid. So that whole segment could have went way better. But as soon as they brought back Liv Morgan to be like, I love you, Lana, make her a lesbian, and then it just died. It went nowhere.
Oh, so hot though. Oh.
It was hot, but it went nowhere. It didn't grab any time, and it was a pure Paul Heyman segment. It came out. Paul Heyman wrote that.
I mean, it was on OnlyFans, so. So, by the way, speaking of OnlyFans, this is actually going to be really funny.
I'm fucking done. We're going into OnlyFans on our fucking – I'm out. Peace.
No, it's actually going to get even worse. On Pornhub, if you search – This
is a family-friendly fucking show, man.
No, but listen. If you search –
I'm checking now, so you might as well tell me what to type.
If you search Sasha Banks versus Bailey – it has their match from WrestleMania.
Hold on. Let me see. Sasha. Damn, that girl got some big-ass titties versus Bailey. No, I don't want to see mom sneaks up on son. Sasha Banks. Best of Banks' ass. Sasha Banks. Best of Bailey's ass. There's literally look, there's no porn, so I can show it, but it's literally just pictures of Bailey's ass right here.
Well, they have their match on there. I'm like, what?
There's multiple WWE matches on here.
That's what I said.
Becky Lynch versus Sasha Banks. Asuka, Bailey, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch eating a hot dog. Sasha Banks sloppiest blowjobs. What? Wait, that's Sasha Banks right there giving a blowjob right now. This is weird, man. This is weird.
I told you it was better than OnlyFans. I'm like, what the hell? What am I watching?
Dude, how'd you discover that?
It was I had to do some investigating work.
Research?
For the show. Yeah, research for the show. So
led you to fucking Pornhub. Great. Now you see where our show is going. So we move into a backstage promo. Best friends interrupted by FTR, and they kind of flinch a little bit. I didn't like that spot there. And then your boy OC calls them both weenies and walks away.
I love that. I love it. That was the one note that I took. I said best friends FTR backstage promo, and then in quotation I wrote weenies.
Again, the Wheaties thing. I don't get it. I thought you said Wheaties.
At first I did too, and I rewound it and they said weenies.
Yeah. Does he have a lisp? He has a lisp, right?
I don't think so.
Him and Cody should be the lisp whisperers.
No, that should be
their tag name.
the soul thuffers.
The what?
Soul thuffers.
One more time. Knee slapper. So we move into spell it.
The Super Stallion.
Super. F-T-A-E-P-R. That's what I wrote. Thupa.
Super Stallion.
Anyway, so you move into OC versus 10. And am I correct? This is only the second time we see 10 in action?
No, he's been on Dart.
Has he?
Yeah.
Nobody watches fucking Dark. They only come on YouTube to watch our show.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I come on Pornhub to get research. So.
Exactly. So let's talk about this match because there were some good spots. The first spot of John Silver getting the glasses.
My first note was I think this match was better than Jericho Isaiah match.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think of the spot with the glasses and then the hug? You got to give the people what they want.
That's what I said. I think it was a great match because I think the problem with the the Isaiah Cassidy Jericho match is you had everyone on the outside and
nobody got involved.
Yeah, exactly. There was more of an altercation with the people that were in the crowd than I don't know. It's just,
I love how you say people and you don't call Luther a wrestler because he's not really a wrestler. He points at his head. I can't think of anything about Luther and like, oh, that was a good match or oh, that was a good spot. There's nothing about Luther that does that for me.
He reminds me of like an overloaded sack of potatoes.
Luther?
Yeah.
He's just out of shape and weird. Like if I ever saw him, I'd be like, ew, you look like you have an AIDS. Get away from me.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, man. Don't fucking breathe on me, you weirdo. Do you need $1 for your beer? Shut up, Jim. This guy's weird, man. What does Jim Cornette think of Luther?
He's a heel.
That's all you have. I love it. I love it. So anyway, Orange Cassidy gets.
Have you ever heard Stu Hart talk?
No, I think I have, but it's not.
He talks like he's
me.
He's like, hey, you Owen, you're a hard ass. Can you imagine him talking to Jericho and like Luther at the same time? Hey, you fat piece of shit. You're gonna slam him down. You're gonna sit on top of him. And in 30 years, you're going to get paint an eyeball on your head and keep touching it, you fucking fat retard.
Dude, we're getting shut down tomorrow by the FCC.
I've covered all the bases. I talked about OnlyFans. We talked about black people. We talked about Pornhub and a retard. So we're good.
We're good. We're in there. Go ahead and talk about this OC match for me.
I mean, I really liked it. This is another one that he didn't put. Oh, just going back to our argument we had last week on a show that our fans didn't get to see. OC didn't start the match with his kicks and hands in the pockets.
Good. You're finally fucking taking this serious.
I said that he doesn't do it every week.
Good. Finally fucking taking it serious.
In fact, John Silver is the one that started with the hands in the pocket. And then 10 put OC's hands in his pockets, and then that's when OC started beating the shit out of him again.
You know what I just realized? My lighter has Thunder Rosa on it.
Oh, that's stereotype.
See it?
Yeah. See.
Thunder Rosa.
No. I think anyway. So she only has half her face painted.
I came on the other half.
So Best of Bailey.
Yo, speaking of which, no, it's Paige. Speaking of which, We didn't have a women's match this week, did we?
Yes, we did. We had the terrible Britt Baker and Velvet Cupcake.
Oh, that's right. That match is coming up. That was fucking horrible.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. But we'll get into that. So what do you think of this OC match? Where do you rank it?
I give it 3.5, 3.5, 3.75. I think it was really good.
Nice. Now, mind you, people, these are not Dave Meltzer stars we're handing out. This is AEW stars we're handing out. We're going into AEW world. That's where these stars come from.
I think it's Preston Royce, Lance Royce, or whatever.
What the fuck did you just say to me?
That's 10. It's a wrestling name. It's like Preston Royce or Preston Lance.
I know he was a football player. He used to be a football player.
No, he was an independent wrestler.
Yeah. So then we move into MJF backstage, walking into the Inner Circle locker room. He got everybody jackets. Now, mind you, these are the same jackets that they took pictures with like 4 weeks ago and posted them on the website.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of funny to me. But they forget.
He wanted to congratulate him on the win. And
yeah.
He didn't even break a sweat. His hair's still done.
Mm-hmm.
Hager doesn't have the gash on his nose.
So this was a couple weeks ago. Probably they fucking shot this or earlier in the night before the match. But I don't think they were expecting Hager to get fucking busted open.
Mm-hmm.
So, but MJF forgets Sammy G's jacket. So, and Sammy G's like, "Yo, what the hell are you doing here?" He's like, "Whoa, calm down." And Chris Jericho's like, "Yo, calm down." Then Chris Jericho's like, "Yo, what the hell are you doing in here?" I always think it's funny when they play off each other. I really like Sammy G. Guevara, man. Guevara is
but I loved it. I loved it when again,
have we ever seen Guevara live anywhere?
Yeah, we saw him at Bash of the Beach.
Was he at No, I mean like before that.
I don't think so.
I don't think we've ever seen Guevara live.
But I loved how like they played off that whole year and a half ago or a year ago when they were like, "Do you want to join the Inner Circle?"
But do you want to be in the Inner Circle?
Do you want me in it?
Do you want to be in it?
Do you want me in it?
No. Do you want to be in it?
Do you want me in it?
No, I'm asking, do you want to be in it?
Super Stallions.
I'm glad you finally broke it because I didn't know how to. So MJF congratulates Jericho on 30 years, and then they kind of walk out. This is a play. I don't think he'll be joining the Inner Circle anytime soon. He's going to be doing this with a lot of guys. You'll see next week he'll do it with SCU, and the following week he's going to do it with someone else. And the week after he's going to do it with someone else.
Your camera's off again.
You shut the fuck up. Don't tell people that.
They can see it. They can see
this
it.
This connector's all fucked up.
I think it's operator. It's user operator.
No, man. I think it's the connector. I fucking put $2,000 into my system, and now it fucking sucks.
So next we get the Britt Baker Red Velvet Cupcake match.
Red Velvet Cupcakes. Oh, I have a cupcake in the fridge. I can't wait to eat that later.
I put boring Baker gets the win.
Boring Baker gets the. However, you can say boring, but there are. First of all, Red Velvet is a whopping 0-7. And I'm supposed to believe that she might get a win against Britt Baker. But you can see Britt Baker has been working a lot in the living room with Adam Cole at home because she's becoming a little more swift with her moves. I'm noticing that about her. She's coming more flow. It's got more flow to it, and it's a lot more smooth than what it was. Her dating and banging Adam Cole is the best thing that's ever happened to her career. But then she hooks into lockjaw after the match, and then Reba puts something on her hand, I guess, for the lockjaw to go in her mouth. I like that, but if you're gonna do that, make it a glove of some sort, not just some fucking rubber glove to put on her hand. Make it like a kind of like take Sean Spears' glove away from him and give it to her.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, or give her the Mankind glove. Oh,
Mandible Claw.
Yeah, because that's what she's doing. Give her the Mankind glove, and I'm sure Mick will be all about it. Why are you fingering me right now? So I think Mick will be all about it. Give her that glove.
Watch a lot of OnlyFans.
That's what good pussy sounds like. It's mac and cheese, Mom. So we move into where does the match rank on your Thrasher scale?
It's a dud.
Hey, you and you. Thither.
Sucker and sucker's ass.
So anyway, we move now into Eddie Kingston And Lucha, I made that. Holy dog shit. I made it. I threw it over my shoulder and I made it. That's awesome. Yes. So we're moving to Eddie Kingston.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Kingston with the Lucha Bros comes out with Brett what's his name?
Bryce Remsburg.
Remsbrook. There you go. Spell that.
REMSBEGEA.
I think there's an H in there somewhere.
No, it's not. It's
Anyway.
REMSBERG. Remsburg.
So we have Eddie Kingston and Lucha Bros coming out with Remsburg. Eddie Kingston did not tap. I feel like Eddie Kingston is just getting fucked all the way through in AEW, man. Doesn't really get eliminated. Doesn't tap to the Bulldog choke. But then Remsburg tells him, hey, man, I'm out here to fucking make sure you guys don't, you guys are safe from yourselves as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good little excuse. And then they all circle him and they get ready to attack him. And then out comes Mox with Barbie. If you don't know who Barbie is, go back and watch WWF from 20 years ago. So barbed wire wrapped around the bat. He always needs a fucking weapon. Even Taz said, Taz is like, yeah, he always has a weapon. So, but yeah, no, they Eddie Kingston is going to announce the opponent for Mox tonight, and obviously everybody's mind straight went to Pentagon or Phoenix. But in my mind, and I think in your mind, I think I speak for both of us inside the Paradox, I wanted the Butcher to be in this match. Did you feel the same way?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I thought this was a good spot for the Butcher to come into. Butcher showed up, and he looked magnificent. Butcher is what I aspire to look like in the future. I just got to grow like 3 feet, but, man, and not have the hair, but the tattoos, the fucking mustache. This guy's a monster. He looks great in the ring. He moves like a big man. And when I say moves like a big, we give Luchasaurus shit all the time because Luchasaurus does all this fucking whoopity bullshit, jumping around trying to be a fucking cruiserweight. Butcher knows his size, and Butcher wrestles with his size.
He knows his role.
He's a fucking big-ass monster, and that's what he does great. So I was so ecstatic when Butcher popped out of nowhere and appeared behind Mox because I was very excited for Butcher to get a shot. And honestly, if they really wanted to throw a fucking loophole at me, fucking have Butcher win that title.
I would have loved him when he came out because he stood behind him in the Butcher's apron. If there was blood on the Butcher's apron or on his chest,
that would look cool.
Mm-hmm.
That would look cool. Butcher is slowly. When Butcher, Blade, and Bunny debuted against and they popped up on Cody Rhodes last year, I was not a fan. First of all, the debut took place in the wrong city. You should have had that debut in the Northeast where Butcher and Blade are known because that would have got you a big pop for the crowd. But Butcher over this past year has become one of my favorite wrestlers. So the Blade was absent, though. Was he taking care of business inside his own family?
I think he was getting sharpened.
Those are sound effects, people. We pay top notch for that shit. So I'm still kind of wondering what Eddie meant by Butcher. Or Blade, you need to go home and take care of your family or figure out the bullshit in your family. Still trying to figure out what that's going to lead to. So I think it's going to lead to Eddie Kingston's family versus Dark Order somewhere down the line. Or not Dark Order, Nightmare Family. Yeah. I was thinking of Anna. I got Anna J and Bunny mixed up.
Never get my future ex-wife mixed up with Anna J.
Speaking of future ex-wives, I didn't see Penelope Ford on the show this week, so I was really upset.
She was on our bachelorette party.
Yeah, she was on my face. It's getting late, man. Sorry, I'm going out of nowhere now. So anyway, this was a good match, but eventually Mox gets the win with the Bulldog choke again. Is this it for Eddie Kingston's Familia versus Mox?
No,
they're going to continue the storyline.
Yeah.
Who's going to be Mox's opponent at All Out?
No, Full Gear.
Or Full Gear.
I don't know. I would. You know what? I wouldn't. I would not mind seeing Kenny Omega win the title. If it's the cleaner. If it's the cleaner.
If it's the cleaner. No, if it's just Kenny
Mm-hmm.
Omega.
No, if it's the cleaner, and then they go the old school, Rebel Bullet Club.
Yeah. I like it. So I don't know. Who's the next what did you think of this match though?
It was good. I thought it was a 4-star match.
4 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nice. What about overall on the show?
Overall on the show, I give it about 3.5.
3.5.
Yeah.
You know, the Thrasher household ranking is a very popular subject on the outside of our show.
I know.
Lots of people love that.
I know.
So
I've been letting them down the past couple of weeks.
yeah, no, that's my fault. I gotta keep remembering to ask you.
I know.
So Will Austin called me. He's like, "Yo, Thrasher ranking. I need it every week." And I was like, "Yes, sir. Jets suck."
I've watched his football team in some of his matches, and they're like duds. So.
You're a dick. What did you think of Alive Wrestling this week?
That was very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the Alex Ocean death match at the end was pretty good. They actually showed the syringes going through his cheek and skewers stuffed in his head. It was actually pretty good.
Nice. Where are they shooting at? It looks like a ballroom.
Yeah, the death match took place at the training facility, but the actual wrestling match looked like it's in a ballroom.
Yeah, I watched the show with Super Crazy versus Will Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like it was in a ballroom somewhere.
Yeah. Did you watch the next week when it was Cha Cha Charlie versus Johnny Walker?
No, I didn't catch that. Johnny Walker is the guy who did the run-in when we were at CCW, right?
Yeah, he was the one he was doing commentary.
Yeah, he did the run-in. He's like the jack dude, but he's like not as jacked once he takes his shirt off. That guy, right?
Yeah.
So I think I could take him. So
you said that about somebody else too. So
yeah, and he's never answered the challenge. I'm right here, baby. Come at me, the captain, right here for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap. Are you satisfied with this show?
I'm satisfied.
Can we post this show?
Yes.
Thank you, Mike Tyson, for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. Chris, you want to close out the show?
You want to close out the show?
You can close out the show.
You can close it out.
All right, you ready? I'm going to close it out. Peace.